Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a new Idle Huntress video. Today's video is going to cover Zheng Fei of the Season 3 Huntresses. She is a tank fire character, and yeah, we'll get into it. From here on out, I just can't afford 2 6-star characters. It's just not reasonable, nor ever was it, to spend as much as I was. I need to save my money. I just need to save my money. So we're going to do the most we can with what we have still going, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into Zheng Fei's kit. Zheng Fei's first skill is going to be Time for Food. At level 1, enters full stomach for 3 turns and gains 3 stacks of satisfaction. Restores HP equal to 5% of Zheng Fei's max HP to all allies. Now, this full stomach effect is reducing her final damage, reduces final damage by 10% and effective hit by 100. Now, Satisfaction is going to increase Zheng Fei's healing done for 3 turns, stacking up to 20 times and cannot be dispelled. At level 2, the restoration is going to go to 10% of max HP to all allies and then to 15%. Overall, the point of this is just to heal. The debuff, the full stomach debuff, is ridiculous. She's going to reduce her own damage by 10%, which is going to it's going to affect her ult, as well as she reduces her effective hit by 100. Like, she's just not going to land her ult, which we'll get into. This is just, it's dumb, but the point is to heal. For her ultimate, Eye on the Prey, level 1 deals physical damage equal to 10% of current HP 3 times to all enemies. Each attack has a 10% chance to stun, silent, or petrify the enemy for 1 turn, and the chance for each debuff is calculated independently. Stun, you guys can read those. And then at level 2, the damage dealt is equal to 20% of current HP, and then level 3, 40% of current HPs, which means we're stacking HP. That's very clear, and we'll keep seeing that in all of the rest of her skills. Thing is, how does her first skill with the full stomach effect until round 3, is this going to make it so that she just can't land on her ultimate? Is this going to make it harder to apply all those status effects? Yes. Just simply put, yes. And 10% is just way too low to do anything, to be any form of reliability. Just like Beethoven, no one uses her just because she has too much chance effect for things to happen, as well as it's just she's reduced her hit by 100. That's just ridiculous. So turn 5, that's when she gets to ult. She's not handicapping herself, so I guess we'll see it in PvP more often, because I can't use her. I don't have her at 6-star or with a pet, so we'll see that for ourselves later on. Next is her first passive, Juicy Meat. At level 1 at the start of battle, gains 50% healing bonus, cannot be dispelled and lasts until the end of battle. Taking damage from active actions, including all of those, has a 10% chance to gain a satisfaction mark each time. At the start of each turn, restores HP equal to 5% of Zheng Fei's max HP times the number of satisfaction marks to the ally with the lowest HP percent. So this includes herself. And the excess healing increases the target's max HP, but cannot exceed 100% of Zheng Fei's max HP. So satisfaction once again increases Zheng Fei's healing done by 3 turns and stacking up to 20 times and cannot be dispelled. It does not say by how much, which is dumb, but it is what it is. Okay, increases chance to gain satisfaction mark, stacks when taking damage to 20% and then to 50%. So she's going to be stacking a lot of those marks, but we don't know how much healing increasing that does. So yeah, right. Yeah, who knows? But it's still good. She's healing, she's healing, she's healing. That's the whole point, is to heal, heal, heal. For her stat passive survivalist, level 1, Zheng Fei offers to go hunting when there's no jobs, increases HP by 15% and tenacity by 3%, level 2, 20, and then 4, level 3, HP to 25, tenacity to 5%, which is good. Her kit is all revolving around HP increasing, so that's fantastic. That's what we want, but the tenacity doesn't really matter. This is not a might battle, so it doesn't matter. And then as well as, I guess it prevents the crit, and she'll, be crit less. I think Medusa does enough, and Iori does enough that no matter how much healing she's doing, she doesn't have an uncapped healing amount, so they one-tap everyone except themselves because they can't die, but they just do an insane amount of damage, so we'll have to see it for ourselves, just like everything else. Next, we have her exclusive equipment, Precision Capture. At level 1, final damage reduction increased by 3%, and then level 2, defense up 20%, level 3, HP up 25%, and an EE 30. Level 4, at the beginning of each turn, deals physical damage equal to 30% of current HP to stunned, silenced, and petrified enemies, and true damage equal to 50% of current HP to enemies that are immune to debuffs. At level 5, now deals physical damage equal to 60% of current HP to the affected enemies, and then at level 6, now deals 100% of current HP of true damage to enemies that are immune to debuffs. So, I mean, this is really kind of niche. The enemies are rarely going to be given these debuffs just because of the low percentage chance, as well as the enemies immune to debuffs, they're typically also immune to damage or death. So it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Iori is just immune to death. No, she's immune to damage. Medusa is immune to damage and then immune to debuffs. So she's immune to death. So it's weird, you know. She'll deal damage to Medusa, but Medusa won't die. Doesn't matter, right? In case of, I guess, Angel's Regenleaf's condition, she's immune to debuffs, but she's immune to damage for the first 2 turns, and then anyone's going to kill her after turn 3. So it's just really weird. It's just not dealing damage to the people who it matters to, because the people that it matters to don't die. They can't die until they get one-tapped. It's just useless, in my opinion. Next is her UR skill, Great Appetite. At level 1, at the beginning of a turn, if there are at least 20 satisfaction stacks, then cast Eye on the prey 2 extra times and reduce satisfaction stacks by 15. Once again, this is going to be dependent on her healing stacks. She just will never ever get nearly that amount of healing stacks. It's even more rare, in my opinion, than Nero ever getting her UR skill to proc. It's just, you're never ever going to get those 20 satisfaction marks. And then if you do, it should have been 5. In the UR version, it's 5. It's just reduction by 5. Instead, they're reducing it by 15. So if you win the lottery and somehow are able to do it, you'll never do it again. Because she has to, I think she has to be attacked in order to even get it. So she's just not ever going to see it happen. Last but not least is her pet skill, Emergency Ration. At level 1, at the start of each turn, for enemies whose current HP is higher than 60%, deal 3 times of physical damage with 5% of current HP. If 1 stack of damage is dodged, then subsequent damage will also be dodged. Level 2, the physical damage increases to 10% of HP, then to 15, then to 20, and to 25%. So you're just going to have to go to all level 200 to get that 25% HP, and essentially you're going to be dealing 25% HP 3 times to enemies who have HP higher than 60% of their own HP, not of Zheng Fei's. This is really good. However, this kit has 50 billion just like handicaps on it for some reason. They designed it to have so many good things, but then like, yeah, let's destroy it. Let's absolutely make this ridiculous, and no one would actually want to use this. Where it's only going to attack if the enemy has more than 60% HP. So it won't stop at 60 HP, but it will only trigger at that, right? Everybody right now in PvP high meta is either your full health, million shield, immune to death, immune to damage. It's either all or nothing, right? So you have to make sure that she has enough HP so she's killing them. Otherwise, she's just made it so that she's not going to attack them again. And then the second point, where if they dodge, the other ones just won't do damage, right? The other 2 won't deal damage, or the subsequent ones, right? So if she goes hit, if she goes hit, miss, then the other one will miss, right? Or if it's a miss, the other ones miss, right? You get me, right? And we read it. Her first skill, the full stomach thing, is going to cripple her hits for the first 3 turns. So the first 3 turns, this isn't going to do death. Like, it's not going to deal damage, right? Which is when you need it, because they're going to be above 60% HP. I think you guys understand my frustration with the entire kit. It's like, really good. Just stack HP, guys. It's just like Swimsuit Iori, right? Stack HP, you win, right? Except this one is, you stack HP and you're still gonna lose, because we're going to make this kit absolutely useless against herself. If I'm misreading it completely, and it's just like, yeah, you have to spend $300 on her to get a really high pet, max her EE, and XYZ. Okay, you got me, right? Put in the comments. If you guys are, if she has that capability, I'm all for hearing it. You guys can put it in the comments, and you please do, right? Just so people know, well, in order to use her, you have to spend $300, right? Which, I mean, that's the game. That's the game, right? for her kit, if you haven't, ready get it by now, you can go speed, HP, simply as that, right? Speed badge, HP with more speed, and then HP badge with more HP and more speed. I mean, that's the case for literally everybody now. You can go attack badge on some, not her, sorry, on some of the newer characters, but for her, HP runes, speed, rune on the corner, and then badges. You heard me, HP and speed. It's that easy. It's that easy. If you even get her, if you invest into her, that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. It's just, the thing is money and a lot of materials to get these, the pet up, her EE up, and the badges up to be essentially max speed badges, right? You need them really, really high on that speed, and they just butcher us on the chances, as usually with the restat gem for those badges to get the stat you actually want. They're just absolutely awful. You have a better luck of just getting it out of the shop. So, yep. I don't know. I'm just frustrated. I guess I'm glad I didn't spend money on her because it would have been a waste, as far as I'm aware. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was kind of a downer, but this character's a downer. She looks fantastic. I love the art. She is, ooey mama in terms of a character, but in terms of actual playability, yeah, it's just not there. Yeah. Okay, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will catch you guys next time. Take care.